Hi everyone, it's Dave and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Today I wanted to come on and make a short little video just coming on talking about why your small to medium sized commercial and janitorial service can do leagues ahead of the national companies, Coverall, JanPro, Janet King, CleanNet, System4, Vanguard, the list goes on. There's hundreds of them out there. And how can your company stick out from the competition and win these contracts? Well, the answer is going to be this. No matter how many companies they call, some of these companies, they're not looking for the cheapest price, right? The cheapest price does not get you the contracts. What's going to get you these contracts is providing quality, tailored cleaning services to all your clients, right? That is what they're looking for. But what happens is all these big national companies, they have all these promises, they have all these good deals and so many different things that they sell the customer. But when it really comes down to the physical cleaning, does any of that really happen? Well, I can tell you 90% of all of my clients that we serve here at Dave's Cleaning Consultants have came from one of those national companies, right? My client tells me how disappointed they are. They've gone with this one, that one, and this one, and that one, right? All those big national company that they've gone with, and they're constantly getting the same thing just in a circle. They have an issue, they tell the corporate office, it goes to the corporate office doesn't do anything with it, and just goes in a circle, and it doesn't actually get to the cleaning staff because they've contracted to this person, then they contract to that person. There's just too many people in the ring, and unfortunately when an issue arises, there's no one for it to go to, right? So they're losing clients over the years, right? They spend millions and millions of dollars on advertising, so they're able to do that, right? But with us smaller companies, we see that we keep clients longer if we take care of the issue, we have great communication, and what was agreed upon in the contractual agreement is actually getting taken care of, right? So many of us don't set clear expectations with our clients, right? We need to set expectations with the client right when you get the contract to make sure that everything that was discussed is actually getting taken care of by your cleaners. And once you do get the contract, you need to have a quality control plan in place to make sure that everything that was discussed and agreed upon is actually getting taken care of, which we can make a whole separate video discussing quality control programs and how we do that here at Dave's Cleaning Consultants. But this video, I was just talking about entirely why your cleaning company can do so well, and you don't have to compete with the national chains. Okay, getting right back into it. We see it every day where we have clients calling us, Dave, you know what? I'm so tired of dealing with this so-and-so company. We've tried this one, that, and the third, and it's all the same. Well, like I was saying earlier, your company can do so well, and you don't need to worry about those national companies. So if you're worried about going and bidding against national companies, I know a lot of people on my channel have residential cleaning companies that are switching over to commercial. So if you are scared to make that leap because you're like, oh my God, I cannot, think of bidding against these national companies. We're never going to win. They're going to lowball it and I'm never going to win. And at the end of the day, you just have to understand you have to go in, be confident with what you're selling, and you need to execute it, right? Once you sell something, it needs to be done, right? If you want to keep that client for long term, right? I have had some of my clients for 8, 9, 10 years, as long as I've been in business. And people don't understand the reason why people stay with you is not just because your cleaning is good, but when an issue does come and it arises, you need to be able to take care of it, right? How are you going to take care of that issue? So many of us don't have any kind of plan in place when an issue arises. And so many customers understand that your cleaners are human and your office staff are human. We're all human at the end of the day. But how are you taking care of the issues that arise in your company? So many people don't have that in their head. They don't even think about that. And that's a big problem if you don't know what's going to happen when an issue arises, right? It's not the end of the world. Things happen. Just the way you handle it. You've got to figure a good way of handling things in your company so you keep clients, right? But it's pretty simple. You get the client, you do good work, and you keep them, right? But unfortunate things happen, like, clients leave you just maybe they cut their budget and they can't afford you anymore, or maybe they're unhappy with something and they've tried getting it fixed by your company and still just they're not happy and they go with a different company. You know, obviously you're going to have things like that, but I bet you they'll come back and come around. You know, we have that happen with us sometimes where clients leave us and they come back and then they don't leave us because they realize, you know, things do happen, but they would rather have a company like us that are willing to fix the issue and work with them than nothing at all. So I kind of hope I help some people just get a little bit more confident with themselves, because at the end of the day, the salespeople at those other companies, they're just trying to make a quota. So they're going to sell these customers anything you want to hear. But if you're honest and you go into these estimates and meetings with your potential clients, just being confident and letting them know, like tell them that, you know, your experience working with all your other clients, like tell them that, you know, you have, because they're going to share the frustration of, oh, you know, I have used this company, that company, blah, blah. Well, you tell them, you know, yes, I have a lot of clients that are in the same situation and, you know, they are having to pay more money to be with your company, but you're going to do it right and you're going to treat your people right. And people like that. People really like that you're going to take care of your staff and you're going to treat them well. But in exchange, they're going to do a good job for you, right? So many people don't understand that. That clients are willing to pay more if it's going to be done right and if you're confident with yourself. You've got to be confident with your company. So many of these clients, they're so tired of paying that, you know, $50 or $100 clean a night, and they're ready to pay more. And that's when our company comes into play. We really are lucky to be able to weed out those clients that are not willing to pay premium prices. Due to the fact that we're upfront with our pricing and we tell clients how it is, right? We're very honest with our clients. Excuse me. Excuse me. And so many people don't understand that. You've got to be honest and upfront, right? And so many of the, you know, other companies, they just, like I said earlier, they're just trying to make a deal, right? How much more can we get a month? What's the next 100,000 we can get, right? You'll get a bonus if you get 100,000. And then they don't care because they sign these poor clients into contracts. They do a terrible job. They send incompetent people. But when that contract's up, they lose it, right? So many people just don't understand. Do what you're supposed to do and you'll have the contract. Yes, things will happen. Yes, you'll lose things. Yes, you'll win things. Just, you've got to do the right thing in business and take care of it like it's your own. So anyways, I hope that kind of helped, you know, like I said, I just wanted people to be a little bit more confident, because I've been having a lot of mentors with people lately, and people have been like, I was told that a couple national companies are coming out, and I just don't think I'm going to win. And don't have that type of mindset. You've got to have the mindset of just going in and doing it, treating it like no other, right? You can't worry about the other companies. You can't control what happens around you. So I'm going to leave it at there. I will see you in the next video. If you have any other video suggestions, please comment down below, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.